The regime having blocked funds to NUP, we were not able to facilitate or pay for several other candidates. So out of 425 candidates, we ended up nominating 303 candidates. But even those, the regime feels are too many for NUP. I'm sure you've seen that the target is especially the National Unity Platform. But somebody might ask themselves, why is the regime vested so much in this matter? It is simply because the regime wants to rig elections. And they know that where you have a candidate, and the candidate deploys polling agents, and the presidential candidate also deploys polling agents, it will be very difficult for them to rig at that particular polling station. So that is why you see them engage in this kind of conduct. Because they don't want NUP to have all these candidates who will deploy polling agents, who will be there campaigning for us. So that is what they're trying to do. And what is very, very shameful, of course, part of the corruption that has come to define our country is that the money they use in all these crimes is taxpayers' money. You hear them every day. You see teachers striking because they don't have money, doctors striking. You see traders striking because of high taxes. And then you hear the regime claiming that they are trying to raise taxes because of this and that. Then they say they don't have money to facilitate the hospitals, the schools and all that. And yet, the money which should be doing those things and giving services to the people of Uganda is the one which they are using to commit these crimes. Because bribery is an electoral offense. That's why we are calling it a crime, ladies and gentlemen. So we condemn that in the strongest terms possible, and we thought you people should listen to some of the candidates who have been approached. Unfortunately, many of the candidates are not able to be here now because they are out there campaigning. But I also want to indicate that although the regime has been parading many people, we still have solid men and women who have refused to, to be compromised. Up to 90% of our candidates at all levels have been approached with offers of money, with offers of jobs. They asked for their CVs, that they are going to appoint them RDCs and all that. Those are the kinds of things that keep happening every day. But we thank our candidates who are still on course, who have refused to sell their future. I'm sure you've seen some of our candidates now being paraded to, say all sorts of things about the party. But also what I also want to announce is that most of those people you see who are now being used and, bought, the party nominated them. Even with our limited financial means and the financial challenges we have, we looked for money, in some cases borrowing and contributing and raising funds from our supporters during the fundraising and all that. And we supported those people to nominate. We paid their nomination fees. So you can imagine the duplicity. The party struggles, pays nomination fees for these individuals, and then you see them saying the kinds of things they are saying simply because the dictatorship has intimidated them and promised them money. Basewo ne banyabo olunaku lwaleero tuli wano okugezaako okutangaza ku nsonga ebadde etambula nga bamawulire mukigoberera era nga mugibuuzaako nnyo eya bakandidate ba NUP be mulabye ensangi zino nga Museveni n'abantu be baba paradinga ne bagamba onabadde candidate wa NUP kati acrossinze yegase kunakyemalira. Ekisooka kye twagala okutangaza nti kubanga etteeka liragira nti candidate bw'aba ali sponsored by a political party tasobolayo kwejja mu lwokaano. Ekibiina kiba kirina okuwandiika ne kimukkiriza okuwithdrawinga. Ekibiina tekigenda kuwandiikira muntu yenna ebbaluwa emujja mu lwokaano, era abo abantu bonna bagenda kusigala ku ballot paper bwe mulaba ensangi zino. Naye n'ensonga ey'okubiri kwe kutegeera lwaki nakyemalira kola kino ekintu, kubanga basooka ne bagamba NUP talina bakandidate. Mujjukira bulungi nnyo. Era abo bonna boogerera Museveni babeeraawo ne bagamba NUP eremeredde okunominatinga bakandidate n'ebirala bwe bityo. Twabategeeza nti ku mutendera gwa mubaka wa Parliament twalina bakandidate 425. Kakati bakandidates abamu regime ne balemesa okwewandiisa. Mubijjukire byali Bukedeya n'awalala wangi nnyo. Is this thing not really affecting our sound?
we suggest that we can maybe ignore it and leave the podium.
Warren.
You can talk my seat.
Yes. Yeah, man.
So, basewo ne banyamba ne bagamba nti bakandidate baffe twalina bina biyumba 5 kati mu bina biyumba 5 abamu ne babalemesa okwewandiisa kyere ng'ensi yonna eraba ebikede mubijjukire ebyaliyo ebyali Ruhinda ebyali Buyende n'abalala ne babalemesa okuyingira bwe baali banominetingira bakandidate abalala ne babakwata ne babawamba abamu ne babasiba okubalemesa okwewandiisa. Kati bakandidate abamu ne balemererwa okusasula ssente miliyoni 3 ze basaba abakandidate okwewandiisa. Munange mu ggwanga lidde tutambulira mu Uganda embeera y'obwavu gye mumanyi bulungi nnyo teyasobozesa abantu bangi nnyo okusobola okukola ki okwewandiisa. Naye ekibiina ne kikola kyonna kyonna kisobola okukola mu bugubye bw'ekitalo ne kinominatinga abakandidate 303 era ne bwe twandika 303 abalugimu baavangayo nga bagamba nga beewaana nti olaba before almost 5 over 500 NUP esobodde okuwandiisa abakandidate 303 naye nga be balemeseza abasinga okwewandiisa bali abatasobola okwewandiisa. Kakati bwe twamala obawandiisa ne batandikirawo okubatuukirira n'ogezaako okubajja mu lwokaano. Era muze mukiraba almost buli nnaku eziyita Museveni ng'aparadinga abantu n'agamba ono abadde candidate wa NUP n'ebirala bwe bityo. Of course awamu babadde baparadinga bafere ndoza mubadde mubiraba awamu ne baleeta abantu awo ne babambaza t-shirt empya ne bagamba nti bano badde ba NUP abantu betutalabangako abamu bategeeza nti basirikale bagenda ne babambaza t-shirts ezimu bazibba wano mukimanyi bulungi nnyo. Waliwo n'omwana yalukodinga akatambi ku NASA nga batwala t-shirts bali nga baprintinga t-shirts za NRM neza NUP nga bazitwala ku lwali ya Museveni bali babambaze t-shirts baframinge nti bano ba NUP. So ebyo byonna babikoze naye kati ensonga gye twagala kwongerako nnyo ey'abakandidate baffe bemulaba bebaparadinga buli lunaku sente ze babawa kubanga ng'abamu abaliyo ne bagenda bagamba babasuubiza bintu bingi nnyo sente emirimu n'ebirala. Ezo sente zamuwa omusolo ezaali badde ezimba amasomero ezaali badde zikola ku byezijanjaba n'ebirala naye regimu kakati ezirekozesa okugulirira bano abantu. Kyabuswavu nnyo buli lwolaba General Museveni yennyini nga yenyigira mu bumenyi bw'amateeka mu bikolobero bino kubanga eyobeera bribery ey'ekika ekyawaggulu okugulirira abantu bave mu lwokaano lwa NUP. Ekyo nno bannange ekitulaga ni Museveni atidde nnyo nnyo kye bayita protest vote, atidde nnyo NUP. Nga bwe mbagambye ensonga lwaki bagulirira abakandidate bano Museveni aba tayagala babeere ne ba polling agents kubanga oli bw'ava mu lwokaano talina bw'agenda ku deployinga polling agents ku lunaku luli. Bakimanyi nti ekibiina bwe kiba kirina candidate n'adeployinga aba agent be ne presidential candidate n'abeerawo ne ba agent baba tebalina bwe bagenda kubba akalulu. Naye kaakati kyobola bali mu kukola olukwesikwesi okubba akalulu nga bakozesa bano abantu. Era tufunye ne information kubanga nabo bakimanyi nti bano bakandidate tebasobola kwejja mu lwokaano nti era baagala still bagende mu maaso badeployinge ba agent ku lunaku luli. Then bano ba agent baba n'abavaamu kubanga baba ba NRM baveeyo bakkiriziganye n'ababbi b'obululu n'abakoze eki bogedde simanyi bamutegeera ensonga eyo nti oli bw'abanga yeeyita candidate wa NUP naye nga yaseeringa out bw'abeera ne ba agent be ne bakyusa DR form ono agent kubanga bagenda ba operatives ne basayininga kuli ne bagamba nti ebivuddemu naffe tubisayinizeko tubikkiriza. So twagala kubalabula abo nabona abalabise ne Museveni tetugenda bakkiriza kubeera ne polling agents abeeyita ba NUP ate ne babeerayo nga babataddeyo bonga bakandidate temubeesiga abantu ffe tebalina kubeesiga kubanga abantu abo already bamaze dda okutunda bannayuganda bamaze dda okutunda struggle nga bwe mulaba mwena. So baseba ne banyabo muzikirize mpiteyo bakandidates abamu mukyalo oyo ava Palisa oyo mwamulabye babadde nabo mu district babiri bo baseerinze out naye ono n'agaana. Can you imagine omukyalo ono n'asigalawo ng'ayimiridde gali agasajja abiri genda bye ne gaseeringa out. Webale nnyo nnyabo naye yogera ku eri abantu.
People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Jane Abo is my name, flag bearer, woman member of parliament, Palisa district. I address the nation regarding an issue of political integrity and principle. Recently, it was last week, I was approached by one of the NRM members, that is the chairperson NRM of the district, that also doubles to be member of parliament for Rubongoya County. It would not be okay for me to mention the name. And then he was being escorted by one of our comrades in the struggle, flag bearer, member of parliament for Palisa County, NUP. So I got a call from my comrade. He was like, there is something he needed to share with me, and in person. I told him it is okay. He told me I'm traveling from Kampala. I will be reaching Palisa by 3. I said it's okay, I will be back from the field by then. So it took him time to reach Palisa. He called me at around 9 p.m. and he told me, can I still come? I told him it's well. If it is something very important, you come and we share. The gentleman comes to my home at 11 p.m. and it was a car that I'd never seen him driving before. The number plate was CCT something. I didn't cram it. And only to see the Honorable Member of Parliament, who also that was to be the chairperson NRM of the district, Palisa, come out with a bodyguard plus my comrade. They moved straight to my car. We sat there. I couldn't take them to my house because of security purposes. So we sat in my car and they were trying to convince me to receive the 50 million and abandon my political position. I did not give them a reply that very time. I told them, give me time, I think about it. They promised me a lot of other things apart from money. They told me to come along with my CV or academic documents that we were going to present in State House. And they also promised me that if the job that matches my qualification, academic qualifications is not there, they would give me an appointment of an RDC, because there are so many RDCs that have gone for the rest of different political positions, so there are vacancies. And then they also told me that a lot of things. They told me that above all, they are sending for me a draft of a withdrawal letter to withdraw from the race. I print it and edit it and print, and we go with it straight to State House. That was on Friday night, before His Excellency went to Palisa last Tuesday, 16th December. So on Saturday morning, the calls were overwhelming. I was receiving a call from the RDC, who was also telling me he needed to speak to me because we need to leave. We need to go. I need to go for a COVID test, and we go to State House. I told him I'd already gone to the field to mobilize for His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, who was expected to be in Palisa on Tuesday. I also received a phone call from the same district NRM chairperson, who affirmed to me that if I missed that opportunity, I'm going to suffer for the rest of my life. I told him I was not ready to sell my party, to sell my integrity, to sell my conscience because of money. Because as a person, I didn't go to the race because I wanted to put myself at a level where I would be bought. Integrity can never be bought at any amount of money. So I want to affirm to all Ugandans, and specifically to the people of Palisa district, that I rejected that offer. Not because I have the money, but it's because of what we are seeing in this country. I'm standing for the truth, and I'm standing because we are seeing there is a lot that needs to be done. I stood strong because I stand for the principles of the party: accountability, transparency. How would I sell out the people of Palisa? So I'm not speaking this because I want to incite any kind of confrontation, but I'm speaking this because I treasure so much integrity. I want to also tell us that I've been threatened properly. They've threatened my businesses. I operate events companies in Palisa and Serere districts, and I also have a primary school that is in the Palisa district. They promised to cancel my license for the school and also frustrate my businesses. So I want to first again thank the National Unity Platform leadership for standing firm. And I also want to appeal to all the political actors that integrity is key. We are all looking forward to a new Uganda. I just imagine our comrades that have sold out to a political party that is in its evenings. It is so heartbreaking. And before I leave the platform, I would like to speak about my other comrade from Rubongoya County. He's also a flag bearer, member of parliament. He's called Walukagga. That gentleman was called by our district chairperson that is a victim of this circumstance. That you come, there are people that are giving out loans. You come to the district, I want to meet you. The gentleman went straight, and only to reach the office, it was the office of his opponent, who is the chairperson, NRM, and the incumbent MP for Rubongoya County. So he was also convinced. That gentleman also rejected the offer. He called me and asked me, Jane, if you're standing strong, I'm ready to stand with you. The rest that are going, let's wish them the best, because the National Unity Platform is like a lake. A lake can never hold dead fish. It will always take it to the shores. So we have already known who is with us and who is not with us. With all that said, I thank you all for God and my country.
Thank you. So, like I said, there are two people from her district who you saw selling out. So she's a hero in her own way.
People power, our power, NUP, and everywhere. My name is Athaire Patience, flag bearer, National Unity Platform, aspiring woman MP, Kamwenge District. As you've heard from my fellow comrade, my sister, Jane, the same issue I've been going through as a candidate in Kamwenge District. The state operatives have been approaching me to sell out, to get out of the race. They were offering me 300 million shillings, Ugandan shillings, so that I can get out of the race. But, as my sister has said, integrity is our key. They have not only approached me, but they also approached our district committee of National Unity Platform. They approached our mobilizers, they approached our fellow foot soldiers, they approached my official agent so that they can betray me. And they were telling me, they're talking to me that I'm going to on 8th of this month, and our president was going to come in Kamwenge. Agent, my foot soldiers in Kamwenge district None of them, Mr. SG, accepted the offer. They all denied. They said, we are here to stay. We cannot betray you. We cannot betray our party. We cannot betray our president, because what we are fighting for is more than the amount of money they want to give us. All we want a new Uganda. We want change. So I thank you all, my people from Kamwenge. Mr. SG, our rope, and our treasurer, fellow comrades, this state is in fear more than we think, because they say NUP don't have support, NUP don't have candidates. If so, then why are you approaching us? You're not seeing us, you're not looking at us, then why are you calling us to sell out? Please let everyone stay in his lane. We don't have money, as you say, because they undermined me, by the way, in Kamwenge, that she's young, she doesn't have any money. What is she going to do for you? You people, what we have is more than money. For us, we stand on the truth, we stand on people power. If you think you have everything, my dear, you're lying to yourself. We have all what it takes, that is people power. We are going to stand strong. I personally, Patience, this message specifically goes to the state, because they are calling me since the president was in Kamwenge on 13th, and the turn up, it was beyond their expectation. They didn't even expect Kamwenge district to have such turn up to come and receive our president. Now they are calling me again that now my price tag is higher than before. Now the Museveni himself is going to come to me. If that's the truth, this goes to the state and to Mr. Museveni. Please don't come to me. My dignity, my integrity, my respect is not worth any amount. My country is worth even my life. I would rather die fighting for what is right, fighting for my country, fighting for a new Uganda. But I cannot live a shameful life betraying my country and myself. Thank you very much. So, Chemba Denjogerako, Muzungu, Zamanya Gangeze at Here Patience, Eyesimbio, Kuman MP Kamwenge District. Nange aba state bantu kirira nga baagala nve mu lukano olwa Woman MP nga baagala nange bagende bamparading ku rale ya Museveni nti nange naliddemu struggle olukwe oba pate yange oba ensi yange olukwe nti nakyuse neva mu NUP nengenda mu NRM naye kyagaana tebaakoma okwo ne batuukirira akakiiko kaffe aka district nabo ne bagezaako okwogera nabo nga babagamba olwedde bali mu kwogera nange nnyinza okukkiriza nengenda ku rale yaabwe nenkyuka nengenda mu NUP naye akakiiko kaffe bonna be batuukirira ne agent wange ne ba foot soldiers bonna be baali bamanyi nti bali mu NUP nga ntambula nabo nga tunoonya akalulu bonna abaana abo teriyakkiriza okulyamu struggle yaffe olukwe era mbeebaza nnyo mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala abantu b'e Kamwenge bantuukirira ne baŋŋamba mubagenda kumpa miliyoni 3 nve mu lukano naye nagaana nabagamba nze ndi mu struggle nwalira Uganda empya era siina wendaga era president bwe yajja e Kamwenge mwalaba tanapu yali nungi nnyo kyebali tebasuubira nti e Kamwenge abantu basobola okuvaayo mu bungi bwe batyo kati nesaawa zino bali kunkubira amasimu nga baŋŋamba nti okusinziira ekyatuukawo Kamwenge on Saturday kati price tag yange yeeyongeddeko mbwate kati Museveni kennyini agenda kwesukira mbw ajje nga anoonya naye nze nyongera obubajukiza wano era buno obubaka bugenda eri state ne mwamu Museveni nze bambi toonoonya kuba siina diiru naawe siina kyenkwagaza tolina kyenjagaza nze ndi wano ku lw'ensi yange okulwanira ensi yange nwanira baana bange ne bazzukulu bange n'emirembe egijja so abali eyo abalowooza nti nze Patience nsobola okulya mu nsi yange olukwe nze ndi gumite nze siina wendaga so n'ebyo bitono Mukama bambeera omukisa.
maybe kyatababuulidde offer kati ennaku zino babagamba $3 oba 5 naye ne basooka ne babawaako $5 mu cash. Kye bagenda bakola at least ku bacandidates betwakayogerako nabo.
People power, our power. Okoth Ronald, Noob aspirant, MP for West Budama Central. I think my story is not different from my colleagues. At first, they approached me that since Tororo district is going to be splitted into 3 districts of Mulanda, Kisoko, and Bukojo. Now, me, I come from Mulanda. They told me, since we are going to give you Mulanda district, we are going to create a constituency of your own, and we shall either appoint you RDC or we shall make you to cross to NRM and we seal that place or that position for you to contest in one of the constituencies of Mulanda district. I told them, people, I know the law, I'm an advocate. There is no Mulanda district right now. Parliament has never passed that district because Article, I think 179 is very clear how districts are created in Uganda. So when they saw I'd challenged that, they brought now in my relatives. Now one of my relatives called me directly that, my phone records nowadays. So I have that thing. He told me, the big man has approached us, has told me, since they have looked at your papers, you have performed very well, you are a good advocate, we are going to appoint you one of the magistrates. So please, accept this offer, then we shall be able to pay you the money you have wasted in your posters. I rejected that. I told them, you're not public service. I know the process of how they do it. And I told one of my relatives that if you're serious on that, let the advert come out on the newspaper today. I was trying to show him the process, how it happened. Let the advert come out in the newspaper. I gonna sit for the interview, but you telling me that they are going to appoint me, I no. Then he ran away on a phone call. Then when I went back on ground, they brought a team of NRM people, around 5. They approached me, they told me, again the big person has sent them that I should step down, I live for them this one term, I should accept 50 million. And also, they will add me 50 million to pay my agents, to pay for the posters I have spent. But what I can tell, these are the same people who are telling us that in Tororo, there is no NOOP, that NOOP is a Uganda thing. When I challenge them that if NOOP is a Uganda thing, then is NRM for the Japadolas? Was it started by the Japadolas? They couldn't answer. So I kept on telling people, and people actually in the entire Tororo accepted that. Indeed, if NRM is not, the founders are not from Tororo. If UPC, the founders are not from Tororo. FDC, what about NUP? Is it so different? And I cleared that propaganda. So people are saying that there's no NUP in Tororo, and the people are looking for us to buy us. They have even opened up a police case on me in Tororo waiting for me. So there's a lot of things going on, but we are telling people that the integrity that NUP has taught us, the transparency, we are not able to sell it off. And we know, as my colleague has put it, the government, this NRM regime, it is in its evening. Anytime it is leaving, we are the people who are going to remain here to make sure that the system moves well. And we can tell you people of Uganda, be strong. His Excellency Yagulanyi Ssentamu is going to win in Tororo. You people saw the mobilization within Tororo. This is an area where, if you recall, 3 years back, one of the prominent people from Tororo refused Bob Wine from reaching Tororo to cross Tororo. And that's why people of Tororo had missed seeing Bob Wine for the last 3 or 4 years. But this time, the mobilization we did through the Nyalere campaign that we named, I think we performed best and we did well. Muluganda, nze bampita Okoth Ronald, banupu yanesiga nempa flaga okwesimbawo ekifo kya mubaka wa parliament West Budama Central. Ndaba NRM bantukirira okusooka mumanyi mwawulira ku mawulire zino muno Tororo bagenda jiyawuza bagigabire district nga 3, Mulanda, Kisoko ne Bugujo. Ati neva mulande eyo gye mumanyi ne bangamba bagenda kunkolera constituency yange. Ati constituency bwe bagikola nze nyinyo kucrossinga ku NRM bakinsiringa embere nga sole candidate. Ekyo kifo mbere nga nze ashikira mu kifo ekyo. Ne bangamba oba tukwecha RDC ne mbagamba ndi munamateeka ebintu mbimanyi. Parliament nayisako district ekyali cabinet proposal. Ate omukazi waba akyali lubuto tusagamba buno omwana wange kamutumero nade kamutume go tanafuna magamba ekya district ekiriyo babalimba waboloza nkulimba kati mundage gazeti nga mulanda ne balema oyo ne badduka kati ne baleta category omulala kati eno yoba
Nabo tonna biro yagala kugulabirira gonyera kuspeninga sente.
Abdurrashid gota deke nku
atano kuongera milioni 5 osasule aba agency bo posters zo ove mu race byona nembigane bagamba NUP kye yatusomesa okuba abantu balamu mugamba mu NUP si yabaganda si yabadama ne bagamba wo mugamba NUP si yabadama ne mbabuza NRM abagitandikawo badama mungambe ne bagamba katukube tugerezeko mumanyi UPC ani yagitandika mwali mu badama tetwagiwagira FDC batandika badama tebane bagamba bano walimba NUP kati yeriwo yegera tuleetera ebintu byonna byonna bye tweta abantu babeera balafufu kati babeera balafufu kati sawa zino bantiisa mutisa abantu mugamba NUP teriwo mutororo mukosa ate muno kumanya mutororo eyo mwaliwo omuntu gwe mumanyi wano yagana his excellence Kyagulanyi Ssentamu okujja tororo myaka 3 eyo naagana na trendinga kuruno ne mugamba kigezeeko era mwalaba naye yagenda nateekako omwana wo kwesimba ne bamugana n'atakola ki na petitioninga ne mama mwana we naita nataka gamba mwana we tiabaka omwana we yayisewo bulu kitegeeza bano bamanyi baba akalulu basagira mu bantu ne balimba so abantu ba Uganda mugume etororo ngeri babwani ya performinga obulungi mu 2021 kino kigenda sukako kubanga eri umukyalo deep in the village where
in elections. And let me also inform you that
naye gwe ekifaananyi kyoyanguyiza kinyonyi balanyizeemu ddamu okuba ekirala nga ndi musanyufu naye nga mbadde sinyinzija sintunula butunuzi bwentyo maybe kandabe sweetheart kankebere wano ndabe
Papa, why taking my picture?
I'm in already more action.
No, let's go outside with the cameras.
Okay.
we don't want NUP. That is very wrong. I want to categorically state it very clear that it's a very big lie these people are trying to tell Ugandans. Northern Uganda historically has been the bed of opposition. Why? Because all the developments that you see, always Northern Uganda is the last one to receive the development. So, whatever you saw on the 6th, I was personally there. So when they tried to block our party president, they were like, he should not cross bank of Uganda, he should take the left route. Now on the left route, there were also police and army deployed. I see. The point is, they did not want the world to know that NUP exists in Northern Uganda. Why? They're saying that, oh, we don't want Bobby Wine, we don't want Bobby Wine, but indeed, we are really, really very strong. Well, I was approached, as a matter of fact. So I remember the day we came here when the party was playing. It was scheduled for 22nd. So when I called my manager, his phone was off. I called the seconder, the phone was off. I called the proposer, the phone was off. I said, what am I going to do? Immediately, my brain had to go in auto. I knew there was a... So what happened when we were here on the day of nomination, somebody whispered to me at Robin, why don't you get more extra nomination papers? That is what saved me. So on the day of nomination, all these guys ended up nominating. Okay, I was approached. They approached me and they told me they were going to give me 50 million. And they told me, look, Robin, you're still very young. Why don't we just give you 50 million, you go and buy a car, you set up a business, and you forget about politics. So I told them, no. Did I say I want the money? Did I say I want the money? Because if it was about money, why are they coming at the time when we are nominating? Did they not know I existed before? So what I would like people to know categorically is the regime is always trading on lies. There's nothing that they always tell the truth. Me, I was born in Bulu. I studied in Bulu. And right now I'm going to challenge the political position in Bulu. Ask yourself, if they are going to promise you RDC, how many RDCs are alive? As you know. Ask yourself, all these RDCs, they have died mysteriously. We have one, Mr. Tukumoy, who is right now bedridden. If you remember this guy of DP, Makalo Tukumoy, after they appointed him the RDC, right now, as I speak, he's fighting for his life in the US. So all these many lies, if you are telling me you are going to appoint me as an RDC, I look at myself like a dead person because I've never seen a former RDC who is alive in Northern Uganda. And Uganda. So I should quit politics. If you have to see 90% of the people who are leading us, they are old people. But when we were growing up, we look at old people for inspiration. Like when I was growing up, I used to see Mr. Moore, just to show them that we are on ground. No amount of intimidation, no amount of money can buy the truth, because already we know where the truth is. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, comrade.
My greetings. My name is Amkole Achiro Gloria, the aspirant woman member of parliament, Madiokolo district. Madiokolo district is initially known to be an NRM district. a district that need no intervention from any other party. So for that reason, they really see any opposition person as an enemy. I came into politics in 2021. I moved the ground. It was very inspiring to the young people because they have seen me grown among the people of Madiokolo. I've studied among the young people from the little backward schools where they saw me that I managed to also acquire positions that other people can stand in. They were very inspired. So my coming as an opposition shook the district. They had to start intimidating me. They intimidated me till towards elections. I remember very key first family member called me at around 3. Imagine becoming sleepless because of Gloria. At that time I was, I think, 26. He had to say, young girl, you're young, calm down. What do you want? Can we help you? So I told them I have nothing that I want. I want to lead my people. I want to raise the voice of my people. I want to extend my voice on behalf of my people. I want to talk on their behalf in the parliament. So the man said, no, it's not going to happen. Then I started to get intimidations. When they saw that they failed, they had to buy 2 of my nominees off. They gave them 5 million, and they had to deny my nomination 10 days towards the election. So it was so disappointing. My opponent had to go unopposed. So this time I said it's not happening again. I had to get 20 nominees so that they'll have no excuse. And there is no excuse. I don't care how much intimidations I'm facing. This time the rate has gone high. First of all, they have bought 15 of my key agents. They brought them to Kampala, gave them motorcycles, new. They think that that can help them, they accepted. But because we are in a new Uganda, we are ready for change. More people have come. As I talk now, I have everyday people who want to be my agents because they see that we want a new Uganda. Nothing is intimidating anybody. Those who think that motorcycles can take their life to the grave, they have accepted, but we are unstoppable. So when they see that we are unstoppable with the young youth, the key persons of the district started coming in, the security people, the what. One time I had to get to their point. I went and attended the meeting they wanted so much of. I'm like, fine, you have said you wanted to meet me, here I am. They said, Gloria, you're too good to be in NUP. That is not your class. Those people are just using you. I said, I'm ready to be used because even God looks for people he can use. So if the NUP can find a vessel in me to be used, I'm lucky. They said it's a Uganda agenda. I said, even me, I'm a Ugandan. So if Ugandans are ready to use us, which means they have got the intelligence to overcome the dictator. So they told me, they are using you, get out of there, get a meaning to your life. I said, what is the meaning of my life since childhood? If our schools are still lacking, if our hospitals still don't have drugs, if our people in the village are still drinking mud water, these are not stories. So what life can you give me? Give the life that you wanted to give me to my young fellow youth. Make hospitals. Use the money, the 200 million that you want to give me. Make medicine in the health centers. That money can reorganize our health center 3 and make it a useful place. So I don't need any money. They are telling me, you are digging your grave. You are going to regret this. My one thing I want to tell the NU people, fine. I am feeling challenged because they have the money. If I go to a rally with the 200 people and I have nothing to give them, my opponent will go there and give them 2 million so that they can silence the people. I don't care how much they are giving them. I am telling my people that I have gone on top of the mango tree to shake the mangoes down so that my people can eat and get satisfied. But they should not vote. Because it is time for change. Uganda needs change. We are in a revolutionary journey. If anyone wants a future, you cannot have a future among, the Bible says even the young shall take care of the old. Now the old are still fighting for the power. What energy do they have? They have no energy. It is our turn. If they are still laying down on our eggs, what are we going to use to
$49 million Ugandans, and that number is highly contested because so many of us were not even counted. But if we are to go by UBOS numbers, that we are 49 million Ugandans, therefore we cannot be subjugated by the police and the military, especially if we are not breaking any law. General Museveni said that every police officer and every soldier is going to be having 120 bullets, thereby suggesting that they can kill the people of Uganda. In fact, Museveni was inciting the police and military against the people of Uganda. My message, officers, the soldiers, this man is old and is living, and you are there. And you know that according to the human rights law, you will be personally liable for any gross human rights violation. The people that Museveni is telling you to kill, those are your brothers, those are your sisters, those are your in-laws, those are your age mates, those are people of your generation, those are your fellow citizens. So I advise you not to listen to an old and wasted man who has no respect for human life whatsoever. It should not be the voice of a leader inciting the military and police against the people of Uganda, especially if they are non-violent. I must reassert it that we have not encouraged any citizen of Uganda to behave in an unconstitutional and in an illegal manner. No, everything we encourage the people of Uganda to do is way within the law. We have encouraged the people of Uganda to exercise their right within the law. And we have quoted Article Section 31 of the Presidential Elections Act, which gives the people of Uganda the right to observe the election in a non-violent and legal manner. We have also quoted the Constitution in case they try to subdue the voice of the people, in case they try to steal the election. The people of Uganda have every right to stand against that. And that is according to Article 29 of the Constitution, which provides that the people of Uganda have every right to protest, to demonstrate non-violently and unarmed. And why do you intimidate the people of Uganda? Why are you scared about the people of Uganda demonstrating against any vote rigging? So I remind you, old man, you cannot intimidate the people of Uganda because you cannot kill all of them. To the people of Uganda, Uganda is your country. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. So don't look at this as a risk. Look at it as an opportunity. Opportunity for you to legally, non-violently, and morally stand and assert your right. If we do that as the people of Uganda across the country, we are going to liberate our country, and Uganda will never be the same again. Now, we are heading to Selere. From Selere, we'll come back to Soroti district, and we shall have our final rally in Soroti town. We continue to be disciplined. We continue to be non-violent, although the police and military behaves in an unlawful manner. I encourage all of you to keep your cameras running. Keep your cameras busy, because your camera is our biggest asset. I thank you for God and my country. Moving time.
Bannange byebyo omukulembeze ayogeddeko eri bannamawulire. So we are going to Serere, then we shall come back to Soroti City. So yeyo embeera baganda bange.
Okay. Thank you. So where do I stand? Here. Do I put on my trademark smile? Come closer, don't fear me. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Guys, it's a moving time. It's a moving time, guys. Hey, sorry. Ha, what we said munene. Soko boze ku bantu bange.
Morning everybody. Muli mutya ba mukwano. That's hi. How are you, sweetheart? Oda numanye chubo liduta. Nenda njagala. Mama.
Munyo mushabire nezo mwara nabo wahamuheru nabo kubangu nani nkora wiri yanje abo kwani mayangu shahayo nani bantemaho abo kwese ndezo nanzangire everyday nimbanye za meeting mutwaro wa president of nese ndezo kwendo lete check bahandike mwezo ari kwenda nyoweti nyinde sentence ni kwenda nyina abishukuru nabakamwana nabana ona sho mbiye generation ni baryari babate binde bitakuruga mukutu munyoni nye baguro obuchokoro bwa sente azanye nabana nabishukuru nabakamwana mwere ngenda kubagambira abantu bayisinzo nchariho aza mukize no bakunyihaho ninyisha kuja ngumise mundondere president chaguranya akaruru omuringo gwena obano kwa sente obano kwa achi ninza kuja muyondera akaruru mwetege mweho mu bwavu mweho mu kubera abantu batine mashomero batine ngudorere ngudozo witu mukama mumanye ngundini imwe tindi kuza kubarekerera no bakungura billion igana tindi kuza kuzikwata abo bando kuza kuzo omuryango karuru obusasi bwanje bukaba byo buntu banye ibintu byanje mu 1887 nyo mukazi mukuru empapuro zanye kazi kwereka rwamirama na kwereka nkafewa billion zanje mukaga wabo zine zitware ozeza abantu banje bayisingiro ogendo compensating abantu bafuna mizi abantu bafuna ngudo abantu bafuna cyo kunywa then ahoje tutese ongambe otitama hansi oleke kwesimba ebyo nibyo bigambo byanje mukama sasire. Thank you so much Mr. SD.
Chala mukubire mu ngalo ez'amaanyi. Mukimanyi bulungi isingiro kyetegeeza but she has stood very very firm.
People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. I am by the name Ameni Obrahim Sif, aspirant candidate for Toro County South. As you all know well that on the 23rd of October, that was the day when we went for our nomination. We reached what helped me, we won it. I was cleared by the EC, that is Mr. Biabakama and the team. I did not show myself to people too much in Tororo because I knew of one thing. But of recent, when we went for a parliamentary debate, that is in Tororo with the incumbent MP and the other 3 candidates, I was contacted. They wanted me to defect from my party. I told them, no, I am a man. I am now 40-something years and above. I am not that sheep that I am supposed to be bought. He convinced me, not he, but my area member of parliament convinced me that, my brother, you leave that party, come to our party, we are going to do something. I asked him, what something? That we shall give you some money. I asked him, if I've been suffering for the 40 years without that money, now you want to give me money today, what am I going to do with that money today? Yet I've suffered for 40 years. I denied his money and openly I told him, I don't need any money from NRM. Let them leave me to suffer with the poor money, the little money from the new party. I promised the people of Toro County South 2 things. One, the youth of Toro County South are there without jobs. Yet Toro County South, we have enough industries, but our government has no policy to put in place to support our youth. I promised them that if we are given chance as NUP, if NUP takes over the office, which I'm very sure we are taking over the office before the end of this year or after election, we are going to provide them jobs and they are going to get jobs. In Toro County South, we don't have roads. There are no drugs in the hospitals. There is nothing like service delivered to the people of Toro County South, but with our NUP party has already given us the chance to tell our people that we are going to get all what we lack. Service delivery is going to reach to the people. Wewe nyo Uganda utono naye zageza for just twabadde kole kyebayita parliamentary debate of recent, that is in our Toro district. Kati waliyo yajja nangamba tino sebo tugenda kuwayo kasente vayo ku party joli awo, nemugamba nedda mukama wange leka tugendererawo oba balina sente oba tebalina, naye ffe kyetuyagala nnyo okusinga ye change. Tetuyagala sente naye tuyagala ki? Tuyagala change. Eno weewalere ddala.
Thank you. People power. And finally, let's get someone from Yumbe to tell us what has been happening there, very, very briefly, because I know time is fast spent.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Thanks so much. And by names of Nadia Yusuf Onzia. I'm not a candidate, but I'm the General Secretary, National Unity Platform, Yumbe District. Everything happening in the district, I'm always more than a candidate to what is happening in my district. I'm here to tell something similar to the candidates who have expressed what is happening in their districts. We have, in Yumbe district, we have 3 candidates for the parliamentary. Especially in Aringa East, we have the greatest challenge. Because that's where a strong NRM state minister comes from. And as you know, wherever you go, they always tell them that Yumbe is only for yellow. And this time, it has been a surprise to them and a shock that Yumbe managed to produce like 17 candidates in only one constituency, from parliamentary to the lowest level. Now what they did, they fear the parliamentary one, who is Councillor Olega Ishak. They are fearing to approach him directly. What they do is UP. They had been intimidating all these candidates. On the 14th day of October 2025, our offices in Barakala Town Council have been raided by the security operatives. And on the 16th day was when this man, Museum 7, went to Yumbe. When they sent some security operatives, the husband to the Honorable Minister, they went and intimidated, threatened, and really clamped most of our candidates under the district executives from that side. They broke into the office at night on the 14th day. They beat up the landlord. Before that happened, they had to threaten him. They called him that they wanted to meet him. Why has he given his house to be misused by these enemies? He said he thinks in Uganda that they have freedom. So for him, he's making business. And his house he gave for business, not for any party. Even if they want, he had more doors. If they could bring him the money he wanted, he could still give the house for their offices. And after that, of recent, I received a call from the returning officer, Yumbe District Administrator, asking me if I'm aware of what was going on, because he received 7 candidates, 6 to 7 candidates from Aringa East coming to denominate themselves not to appear on the ballots. I told him by names of Kochi, that candidate wrote a letter, they designed a letter, they brought it to me, asking me to stamp on it. I should endorse it to go and denominate himself. When I challenged him, I told him, well and good, that is his right. If he's ready to do it, let him now first compensate whatever the party spent on him. Because it was the party who nominated him, and whatever inspiration he got was from the party. If he's ready to do that, then let him do it, compensate the party, then I'll come and do it, I'll endorse his letter to go and denominate himself. When I said that, I didn't have much ideas or advice to help those others, because whenever I do consult the leadership ahead of me for guidance, most times I get disappointed. I'm sorry to say this on media. For that case, I'm really very strong and confirming to you in Yumbe district, amidst all the intimidations and whatever is happening in Yumbe district, the umbrella is the one flowing. And the same office which they raided before the coming of our president, His Excellency Obini, went to Yumbe. The office was broken. Then he also had to go and open that very office, which was also raided by those people. So for confirmation, I'm confirming to you, it is national platform and the umbrella leading in Yumbe. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. People power, our power. So you comrades can see, like I said, this is just a sample of what our candidates are going through all across the country. Like I said, over 90, maybe 99% of our candidates have been approached by regime operatives, and they offer them money ranging from 500 million, 300 million. What we understand now, they've been giving people 50 in cash, and then they promise them that they will give them more money, and then they tell them to take their CVs, that they are going to give them jobs, appoint them RDCs, etc., etc. So, like we said, it's very, very shameful. Today we wanted to give you, what these people go through, because every time you see Museveni and his operatives parading those weak-willed candidates. So as a party, we salute these ones. We salute you, good people. Thank you very much for standing firm and not selling out. And I know that the future will vindicate you. Some of our candidates were meant to come and they did not, but I have two people. Maybe I can just play their recordings a little bit.
Yes, good morning, people. I'm Helen Mbonye, a woman Member of Parliament aspirant for Kisoro District on NUP ticket. I wish to communicate that as NUP, we are being harassed, and the ruling party has chosen to purchase us like they are purchasing goats. But for me, who have joined the party with the intention of having a new Uganda and a new change, I have chosen to stand firm. This began at the time when our President Chagulanyi wanted to visit Kisoro, and that very day I was contacted by the woman flag bearer for NRM, to calling me to come and pick money so that I shouldn't join the rally for my president. He was promising 10 million, he reached up to promising 50 million, but I told her I am not, can't be bought like someone is buying chicken, because I have political ambitions. That's why I have joined the party that is in the struggle to see that we can change and have a new Uganda that is good for everyone. Another attack came from my agents from the side of Buchimbiri, where I hear one mobilizer for NRM, they told me it's called something Rugam.
Why are you doing that now? We are going to Serere. This is the road to Serere. You sat yesterday with our team and you agreed you're going to let us go to Serere.
We're supposed to go to Serere. Why are you doing this now? We don't have time and we're supposed to campaign in Serere. Why are you blocking us now? This is Western Division. I was in the meeting when we sat. We agreed that beginning leaving Soroti, we are going through Oderai, Omodoi, and Ochokchan. Then our way coming. After coming to Asure, you have sat in your own meeting and you have altered our road. You are lying and you're not being honest. According to the Electoral Commission, we are supposed to campaign in those areas. Why is the police stopping us from campaigning in those areas?
We didn't agree on that.
We have not done anything wrong. Allow us to go and campaign.
Odera is just here. Odera is just here. Block the road and we go to Odera.
You blocks are from going to the outskirts of the district. We are supposed to be campaigning there. People of Soroti, my name is Agolanyi Center Mokobi Wine, and I'm a presidential candidate. You have seen how much these people